Allie LaForce, our reporter. I'm Brian Anderson. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done. Now here's Halliburton. And the three-pointer goes. And we're in for a fast-paced game today, it seems. These teams like to get out on the break and run as much as possible, Greg.
Hey, B.A., get your popcorn. There'll be a lot of speed out there, almost a track meet. Believe that. Yeah, you see each side has a great deal of speed. Both teams will be looking to play to their strength and get easy buckets in transition.
And so it's Charlotte with it. The Raptors making their last shot. For three, Porzingis. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots.
And then Morant with the dunk.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And here's Charlotte. Here's Halliburton. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The Raptors are taking a patient approach. They understand to get back to a championship level, they've got to grow from within.
Middleton from the outside. Rebound by the Raptors.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
And here's Thompson for three. And Anunoby pulls it down. And despite setting their sights on the future, Smitty, last season the Raptors still claim the 5th seed in the East.
Exceeding expectations, that's what they do. And with their great player development program, they have every reason to believe they'll continue to improve.
Pass to Finney-Smith. To the inside. The three from Thompson. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Trust Klay Thompson every time with the catch and shoot. He gets so well positioned and balanced to score.
Here's Anunoby. Lets it go from deep. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's hard to overstate the impact OG Anunoby has on defense, Greg.
Hey, B.A., an absolute terror on the wings. I mean, he has great length, moves well, just one of the best one-on-one perimeter defenders in the league.
It's clear Charlotte has the pieces in place to make noise in the league for years to come.
Yeah, no question, B.A. They've got one of the best young rosters in the NBA. And they're balanced. They play tremendous team basketball. Fun to watch.
Not just a scorer, Klay is also a capable passer who loves involving teammates.
The three from Ball. Gets the three ball to go.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Stolen by Anunoby.
2 minutes remaining in the paint.
Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. Rebound by the Raptors.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
And here's Morant outside. The Hornets with a lead. Middleton outside. The three. No luck on that one. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Here's Morant. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Pass to Anunoby. Back to Ball. Outside for Brogdon. Again, Brogdon missing. 1:09 left to play in the first. Here's Morant. Morant missing again.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Brogdon with the ball. Pounded by Morant. Anunoby with it. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
And Toronto calls time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Raptors with some changes. Caruso outside. And again, Toronto no good. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Bull. And stolen by Simmons. Here comes Toronto on the push. And here's Caruso. On the wing, Bryant. Right side, Simmons. And so it's Charlotte closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their play has earned them a nice lead.
16. The Raptors. 9.
If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Well, in my opinion, the way the three has been falling for them here early on, you have to think they'll keep firing away.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Nice shot by Turner.
The defense better watch Turner more closely because he can strike that fast.
Hey, every team wants a guy who can block shots, and they certainly want a guy who can hit threes. Miles Turner does both, Grant.
Yes, he does, B.A. Miles has led the league in blocks multiple times. He also shot it well from the three-point range. He's just a unique skill set. It's really hard to find guys like Turner.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point. Or maybe even...
Watch out, watch out! Watch your head!
Awesome. Get out the way!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Outside Johnson. Here's Finney-Smith. Knocks down the triple.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
They set the pick. Here's Porter. Here's Bull. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. And here's Morant outside. Missed it. 4 for 8 in the contest. So it's the Hornets now. 6-point game. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. And that'll be the finale in their 4-game homestand. On the wing, Thompson. Up and over Porter. Thompson, no good. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You were right about that, B.A. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It was tough for everyone, but the Raptors faced some big challenges.
Toronto calls timeout. And some changes here for the Raptors.
Come around the block for your Honeybee.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Stolen by Bryant. Now Caruso. Pass to Bamba. Here's Thomas. Bryant left side. Simmons with it. 5 to shoot. The jump hook. Tries again. And Bryant with the layup.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
And so it's Charlotte with it. They lead by 4. .144 left to play in the first half. Yep, count it.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Kicks it out to Bryant. Fires for 3. Good D by Porzingis. Now here's Halliburton. Middleton outside. No good on the 3. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Down low. Here's Bryant. Good work there as it goes.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Porzingis. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Porzingis has got 7 points. Kicks it out to Bryant. Fires the 3. Rebound by Middleton.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Brogdon. Porzingis sets a screen. Outside for Brogdon. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Porzingis. And now an 8-point Hornet lead.
And after adding 16 pounds of muscle during the 2019 offseason, Porzingis handles contact so much better. Great finish inside.
Middleton outside. Shoots over Caruso. Rebound by the Raptors. It's Simmons with a drive. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, the way that Simmons handles the ball at almost 7 feet, it's pretty much impossible to defend.
That one misses. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge.
Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert, you know, I'm more of an ankle guy, but hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
Back to Porter. Thompson with a steal. Inside. And a fast break now for the Raptors.
John Morant in the open floor. This guy's speed is next level, and he can finish.
And last season, Ben Simmons caught some flack for not suiting up in the playoffs. Grant, you think his surgery quieted those voices a little?
You know, I think it did a little bit, but, you know, at this point, it's going to come down to his performance on the court. He does have something to prove. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
And stolen by Morant. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Brogdon. And that one is stuffed right through.
Strong defense followed by some smart offense. That's just good fundamentals.
Pass to Middleton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith.
I like this from Middleton, using his height inside to generate points.
And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, B.A., it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
To the middle. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Dominant play by Klay Thompson, rising up for a beautiful jam.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
And make some noise. It's your Honeybee. Let's give a huge hand to your honeybee.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Three-pointer is up from Brogdon. That shot is off.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
First team.
No good on that one. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well. And you know, guys, there's one thing that may have hurt the Hornets the past few seasons: a lack of playoff experience among their core players.
And of the Hornets' top 5 scorers last season, 3 have never been to the playoffs.
And B.A., that can be tough when the pressure's on. They've gotten blown out in play-in games each of the last 2 seasons. But with all their talent, they should be in the postseason soon enough.
Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Back to Porter. Timeout called. Hornets. And Smitty, the Toronto Raptors, the lone Canadian team in the NBA. They take great pride in that.
Since the Grizzlies relocated to Memphis in 2001, Canada has belonged to the Raptors. BA, you can tell they take pride in this. They don't just represent the city of Toronto, but the entire country.
On the wing, Thompson. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. There's a screen by Turner. Shot clock at 6. And they get it back. Pass to Morant. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 2nd team.
And here are the Raptors now. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
Here's Bull from outside the arc. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Raptors. And Toronto calls time here.
Toronto with the timeout. And they'll be running onto the floor. Make some noise for your honeybee.
So both teams making some changes here.
Let's give a huge hand to your honeybee.
The Raptors with a lead. All right, time for an injury report. Now an update on Chris Middleton from Allie LaForce. What'd you find out, Allie?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Hornets head athletic trainer, and it seems to be a sprained ankle. They're trying to control the pain and the swelling right now. Obviously, this isn't at all how they pictured the start of the season. We'll have to see how this affects them moving forward.
All right, Allie, thanks. Well, we're all hoping he gets healthy quickly, guys.
Yes, we do. And these trainers are so good at what they do. Hopefully, they'll be able to get him back on the court soon. You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there. And after spending his first 3 seasons with the Bucks, Malcolm Brogdon was part of a sign and trade. Just a great move for his career.
And after that 2018 sign and trade, Malcolm Brogdon got an expanded role, Grant.
He really did. I mean, Brogdon becoming more of a ball handler, a chance to shine offensively. His numbers as a result have exploded since that deal.
The ball's knocked loose. 4 on the clock. And they double up Simmons. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Bamba, that's good.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And here's Porter outside. The rebound by Bamba.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Simmons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 9-point Toronto lead.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Pass the ball. And stolen by Simmons. And he's all alone. And here's Caruso outside. Rebounded by Brogdon. And it's the Hornets' ball. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The three from Ball. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. And here's Caruso outside. Right side Simmons. Now Bryant. Back to Simmons. And stolen by Porzingis. And here's Porter outside. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Raptors up 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next.
46. Let's get on our feet and make some noise.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Charlotte trailing. Here's Porter. Pass to Porter. Now Ball. Back to Porter. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Simmons. And here is Bamba. The three ball. Drops in the three. And the Raptors lead by 12.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Now a timeout called by Toronto. Both teams deciding to change it up. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He likes what he's seeing, but he cautioned his players, we are not far enough ahead to assume anything. Momentum can shift in a heartbeat. We have to be diligent, and we have to be smart.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Brogdon. 5 on the clock. Halliburton with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Releases. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside Johnson. Out left to the wing. Back to Turner. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Halliburton with the ball. To the paint. Here's the pick. Pass to Bowl. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner.
Coming onto the floor.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Now the Raptors with it. It's been 8 unanswered for them. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off their arc tonight.
Oh, got a piece of it. Halliburton with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Halliburton goes. Here's Bowl. Another shot. The shot off that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Outside Johnson. And in this era, we see some stars asking out, saying we don't have enough to win. Smitty, that's not the old school approach, is it?
It's not, BA, but what I would tell you now was totally different than the past. It's the length of contract. You have players now and teams have the option after 1, 2, or 3 years, so it definitely will be a lot of movement. 7'2" wingspan, OG Anunoby throwing it down.
From deep, Johnson. And the Raptors miss again.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Morant with it. Halliburton picks him up.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Now Halliburton. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Raptors.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, BA, it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
And here's Thompson for 3. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
So no problem for Toronto as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement in